Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy VK Pro Benchwarmer, and I'm welcoming you back to another episode of Box Benchwarmers, a series where we discuss every incomplete archetype and Duel Links, their relative history within our meta, and what cards do we need for them to actually become competitive. If you're enjoying this series, hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly content. And if you want to join in the discussion, feel free to hit up the Discord. The link is in the description below. Now, I wanted to step away from the DM era decks that severely need help, and I wanted to talk about another archetype that has had meta relevancy in Duel Links, but has recently got a lot of support in the Shadows of Valhalla booster set in the TCG. Now, TCG, why am I talking about that? Well, I noticed that Dark Saviors in the TCG brought us Fur Hire and Vampires, and we have both Fur Hire and Vampire in Duel Links. So I'm figuring if there's new sets in the TCG that aren't doing so hot in the TCG, Konami can give us it in Duel Links. So I wanted to discuss Ninjas. Ninjas have had a crazy record in Duel Links and being so busted when we got their skill 3-star demotion. 3-star demotion made Ninjas really good because it made ninja cards like Black Dragon Ninja and Red Dragon Ninja easy to just slap it on the field and get their effects going, and made Ninjas like pretty much either an OTK deck or just a control deck, because you can banish your opponent's monsters, put their cards on the top of their deck, and just pretty much manipulate how they play their deck. Ninjas have never stepped away from that, but because 3SD got nerfed, it's been really hard to play a consistent ninja deck in Duel Links. But with the recent support in Shadows of Valhalla, and I'm praying that we can get some ninja support in Duel Links, we can make ninjas super strong again. So what cards do ninjas need? Obviously, if you know ninjas, you know the first card that I got to talk about here is my boy Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. This card states when it's normal summon, you can add a ninjutsu card from your deck to your hand, but if it's special summon, you can add a ninja monster from your deck to your hand, except for Grandmaster Hanzo. This is a great effect because when you normal summon, you can make your plays to grab the Ninjutsu Art cards to interact with your opponent, or you can grab Notebook to continue making plays to get Alchemy, to draw 2 cards, put a ninja monster in the graveyard, so on and so forth. You can continue playing, but if you get it special summon, you get another ninja monster from your deck to your hand, which means that you can set up for next turn plays because your ninjas become searchable through Hanzo, and there's no like restriction like level 4 or lower, so you can get the big boys out with Hanzo as well as the traps if you already know what ninjas can do with the traps. Along with this, from the Shadows of Valhalla deck box, we could get Yellow Ninja. Yellow Ninja states when this card is normal or flip faced up, normal summon or flip faced up, you can special summon one level 4 or lower ninja monster from your hand. It also says that that you can't special summon any monsters from the extra deck except for ninja monsters. We don't have any extra deck anything, so this is least likely simply because of text. But this plus Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo is a really good field because you grab another ninja monster from your hand. Also, this plus Golden Upstart Ninja means you could dump a trap from your hand into the graveyard to grab a Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo from the deck and then search again, which is actually pretty good. These cards are so good in the TCG. You can go into it sold and all that other stuff, but Duel Links, it just lets you establish a field, put some back row on, put some pressure for your opponent. Next, I want to talk about 2 ninja cards that actually members of my Discord brought to my attention, because I wasn't originally looking at these, but these cards are actually really good, like really good for Duel Links, and they are the Twilight Ninjas. The first one being Twilight Ninja Shingetsu. This card states monsters your opponents control cannot target any face-up ninja monster for attacks except this one, and when your opponent cannot target face-up ninja monsters with card effects except this one, and when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can grab a ninja monster from your deck, so you can actually lock your opponent. If you can get this 2 ninja Shingetsus onto the field, your opponent cannot target them for effects, your opponent cannot target them for attacks, and that's a nice solid lock, and I'm totally fine with that. If we got the Dino lock, let's get a ninja lock too. But it also lets you grab a ninja monster from your graveyard if this is destroyed by card effect or battle, so that's really good. You can only activate the effect once per turn, so you can't have 2 of them die and then grab 2 ninjas, but it's really good. And also in conjunction conjunction with the other Twilight Ninja, Twilight Ninja Getsuga, the Shogun. This card can be tributed with only one ninja, and when it's in face-up attack position, you can shift it to defense position and special summon 2 ninja monsters from your graveyard. If you don't know how strong this is, it doesn't have a level restriction. You can just straight up target 2 big boys. You can target Black Dragon Ninja in your graveyard, Red Dragon Ninja in your graveyard, put them on the field, and Red Dragon Ninja's effect activates. Since it's on the field, you can just banish a ninjutsu card, flip your opponent's set cards back into the deck, or Black Dragon Ninja freaking banish 2 cards and then banish one of their monsters. Send 2 cards to the graveyard, banish one of their monsters. These are really good cards, especially with this having a 3000 defense. It's so fantastic if we can get these cards in the game. Lastly, I want to talk about more Ninjutsu Art cards, the spells and traps that make ninjas function. And Ninjutsu Arts are really good because they allow you to special summon from the deck. They allow you to get some extra effects like Shadow Sealing, which limits your opponent's field spots, but they're kind of lackluster at the moment. The only ones that are really good are Duplication and Transformation. So let's get some new ones. The first one being the new field spell that ninjas have, Hidden Village of the Ninjutsu Arts, which simply states if a ninja card is special summoned to your field, you can target one ninja monster or ninjutsu art card in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. You can't activate those cards for the rest of the turn, but you know, you're plussing from the graveyard, why not? And if a ninja monster or ninjutsu art card will be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you can banish a ninja monster from your graveyard instead. This is really good protection in a field spell, utilizing your graveyard where your ninjutsu art cards, your spells, your traps, and your monsters are clearly going to be going if you're going to continue making plays. And if you special summon off of the transformation cards or just normal summon, you can grab a ninja monster from your graveyard back to your hand. This makes cards like Golden Upstart Ninja not a minus, since you summon it, you ditch a trap, you special summon a ninja from the deck and grab the trap back again. That's fantastic. It also makes cards like Black Dragon Ninja banish. You put 2 cards in the graveyard, banish him. When he comes back, it's special summoned, and you can grab one of those cards back from the graveyard. So it's actually really fantastic to actually have this field spell in Duel Links, because you get to recur your graveyard and have protection if you don't recur your graveyard. Next up is actually a card that I'm a little iffy about. It's actually Ninjutsu Art of Rust Mist. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of not at the exact same time. When a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field and you control a ninja monster, half that attack of the special summoned monster. It's just something I thought that would be good for protection for ninjas. It doesn't really protect from battle, and your opponent can still pop the Ninjutsu Art of Rust Mist. But I thought it would be good to have a ninjutsu art card that doesn't attach itself to a ninja, so that when it's gone, you have to destroy the ninja that's attached to it as well. So that way there's more targets for Black Dragon Ninja to send to the graveyard without actually killing himself. But the lastly is Ninjutsu Art of Super Transformation, which lets you use your ninja monster as well as one of your opponent's monsters, send those both to the graveyard and special summon a ninja monster from your deck. But it says you can special summon a dragon, dinosaur, or sea serpent type monster from your deck whose level is equal to the levels you just sent to the graveyard, which means that you really have to pay attention to the levels of cards your opponent uses, and also have a dragon, dinosaur, or sea serpent in your deck to actually special summon. It doesn't necessarily have to be a ninja card, but it can be any one of those 3 types. So that makes ninjas have a little versatility in summoning another monster that can be special summoned, that maybe has a good effect. Like in the TCG, this can be used to grab Yellow Dragon Ninja, which I was going to include in this list, but his effect is pretty lackluster for what you're ditching and what you're summoning it with. It's just, it's not that great for me. So that's my opinion on what ninjas need. I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. What do ninjas need to become competitive again without having to rely on stuff like restart or 3-star demotion? I think ninjas need these cards to be a standalone deck on its own, but that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. But that being said, this video is over. That's a wrap.